Good morning and welcome to Church on the Net. It is actually Saturday night, big weekend coming with 4th of July. It is late at night, and again, we are in the car because it has been so crazy raining. I was trying to sleep today through it, and it was nuts. It was like shaking the bed, waking me up. Anyhow, we're going to look at a scripture today that is my life scripture, and a lot of people use this scripture. However, they only use part of it. It is a promise from God, and it's a promise from God from you, for you. And it is very famous, probably one of the most famous scriptures other than John 3:16 in the Bible. However, in order to understand a promise, you have to understand the qualification for the promise, and this one has one. Most promises, all the promises of God, kind of have a qualification, and we forget that, and then we get mad at God because you promised, and you know what? We haven't done our job, because He is faithful and just to give us what we need. That doesn't mean it's always going to be roses and good stuff. Sometimes you have to walk through the valley whether you like it or not. Maybe you haven't done anything. You still have to walk through the valley sometimes. But this is the scripture, Jeremiah 29:11. This has been my life verse, something I live by since I was in high school, college. There was another one for a long time, which is 1 Peter 5:7, which simply says, "Cast all your cares upon Him because He cares for you." That is a phenomenal one. It's a great one. But this is, it's actually Jeremiah 29:11 through 13, and you'll understand why in a minute. So the promise of this is, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to give you a hope and a future, not to harm you." That's the promise. He has a future for you. It's a future that will prosper you and fulfill your wildest dreams. What is the problem with that? We don't follow through with the qualifications for that. Because 12 through 13 says, "And you will seek me and you will find me when you seek me with your whole heart." Now, that is a paraphrase of it, but you get the gist. In other words, in order for us to get the promise of God, we will seek Him. We will go to Him and we'll seek Him. How easy is that to do? It's actually very easy, but we don't think so because we tend to be have an issue with pride sometimes, where we think, "Okay, I got this," and in reality, we don't have it. And He's a gentleman, so He simply says, "Okay, when you're done trying your ideas, you let me know, and if you trust me and you let me have you, I'll take care of the rest." We want our own way, like little children, and we'll sit in the dirt and kick our feet, and He's like, "Okay, that's cool. You do that. And when you're done, when you hit rock bottom, or you're smart and you learn, and you reach out to me, I'm here. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to give you a hope and a future." A hope and a future. "Then you will come to me and you will find me when you seek me with your whole heart." That means everything. That means, for those of you, my brothers that are bodybuilders, that means God comes before the gym. For those of you who are in the job or in the family, God comes before the job. God comes before the family. God comes before everything. Jesus is absolutely number one. For those of you who are obsessed with your girlfriend or your boyfriend, God comes before them. God is absolutely number one. I have the most amazing, most beautiful wife in the entire world. Her name is Monica. I call her my China doll. I have for the past 30 some years. In a few short weeks, we'll be married 29 years. But part of the success of being married, and we've gone through crap and we've gone through good times, but part of the success of that was because before we even got married, she knew that if she wanted me the way I was, God had to be number one, because if God isn't, you wouldn't like me. Because without God in my life, I can be nasty. My philosophy, really, before I knew Christ, or even when I wavered a little bit, wasn't to get mad, just to get even. I'm the youngest of four. I had two big brothers who I love, but they could be mean. And didn't, there's 10 years, there was 10 years between me and my oldest brother. So, we're a typical loving Irish family. And we fight a little bit. We make up, but we fight. So, you know? But anyhow, I digress. What are the plans that he has for you that you don't even know yet? Are you going through a struggle? Are you in a rough time? Is there a time when you just want to quit and give up? I've had a couple guys that have said my life is worthless. I'm worthless. I'm like, great. Not great, but if you're so worthless, then let me have you. Give yourself to me. Why? So that I can pray for you and I can show you the way of the Lord so you can see that you're not worthless. You are amazing. You were bought with a great price. If you were the only one that Jesus died for, he died for you. As soon as we understand that and begin to understand and realize that, things take shape in a whole different way in our life. And it's really hard for some people to understand and get. I totally understand that because I was the same way for a while. For a while I struggled with, why did you make me cripple? And although I walk with a regular walk and I have been healed, the Lord healed me, and I could run, which I wasn't supposed to do. Supposed to be in a wheelchair at 16. You know the story, most of you. I struggled with the idea of why I had to deal with people bullying or people making fun of me. And though you couldn't see what was physically wrong with me, I have two big scars in my legs, right in the middle of my thighs. That's where the steel pins went through my legs to hold them in place. So I have a constant reminder. And while I know that God healed me, in my head is a constant reminder that, am I going to wake up today and not be able to walk? And I'm 50. I was supposed to be in a wheelchair at 16. So whatever happens to me at this point, it's a blessing for me. I'm totally cool with it. Although we struggle, What has God got planned for you? I know he has big plans for me. I haven't even begun to see him. And he's moving like right now so crazy and so amazingly. And I think sometimes we're afraid to jump in and do what he wants us to do. But we have to trust and have to believe that he's going to take care of us. And I don't even know what's going to happen. But I can feel things are moving. And I'm drawing close to him. I want to challenge you to get up early in the morning, even if it's a little bit, to set your day up right, to set the plans that he has for you, to seek him with all your heart. Gentlemen, if there was a girl in your life that you were trying to attract her attention, that if she asked you to get up early, you'd drag your lazy butt out of bed and do whatever she asked just to be able to get her to say that she loved you. I know you. It's just the way it is. What will you do for God? Get up. Get up a little early. Set up what you need to do. What do you need? How do you need to behave to reflect his love to people around you? What do you need to exhibit? And I'm not perfect. I just started doing this again, but I've told you before, I have a verse that I see every morning when I get up, and it's simply, with God all things are possible. Now I have a new one. We went and my daughter got married. So I was at the Walmart looking around and I saw this sign that said, "Today is a good day." And I'm thinking, you know what? I need that. It was only a couple bucks, but it's right now right beside my bed when I wake up. Today is a good day. And I make myself say it. Today is a good day. What will the Lord have in store for you each day? You will only know if you test him. Do what you need to do. Be the man you need to be. Many of you get up in the morning early, go to the gym to work out. So, or if you don't, you get up to go to work. Spend a couple minutes with him in the morning. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to give you a hope and a future. And you will find me when you come to me and you seek me with your whole heart. Seek him with your whole heart today. A couple things to be praying for. My foot. It's a year since I've had this ulcer on the bottom of my foot. we needed to heal up, I'd appreciate your prayers. And we have some guys that are in jail that need your TLC. We have, pardon me, some guys just going through a rough spot, and we have some guys overseas that are serving in our military. Happy 4th of July. There will be a special message. I can't talk. Special message out on the 4th from me to you and to our guys overseas, and just to share the love. Be strong, be faithful, and remember that you're loved. God bless you.